everyone, welcome to our Crazy Life Scotland and another weekly weigh-in update. Now, just to let you know, today is actually Friday, the 10th of July I think, but I did weigh myself yesterday as normal. I always weigh on a Thursday morning. I just didn't get a chance to film it yesterday. So this is me filming it now and saying hello to everybody. I hope you're all well. And it's been another week of chopping and changing, I'm afraid, but in a good way, I think. Right, bear with me on this. As you may recall, if you saw last week's weigh-in update, I said that I was enjoying my new way of eating because of the convenience. I was basically having a coffee in the morning for my breakfast, I was having a protein bar at lunchtime, and then I was just having a proper cooked meal at night. And I was having two 100 calorie snacks in between if I needed them. And I was enjoying the convenience of it. However, I wasn't really enjoying eating. The carbs weren't doing it for me the way that they used to. And also I wasn't actually feeling that good. Now that actually got worse as the day went on last Thursday. Me and my mum went to the range. I didn't do a haul because I only got a couple of things. There wasn't anything worth hauling. Here's Ranach. Hello, big boy. Every video you have to appear. He looks like a bear standing there, doesn't he? Hello, big bear. Anyway, yeah, so we went to the range and it was good. I didn't do a haul because I only got a few bits and pieces. It wasn't worth it. But as that day went on, I said to my mum, you know, it's really weird. I've got a really, really sore throat. And I wasn't worried about COVID or anything like that because every other time recently that I've came off keto and started eating carbs, I've had a sore throat. And it got really, really bad over the weekend. And I was like, it's really crazy. I don't know. I know that certain carbs have got an inflammatory response in your body. And I think that must be what it is. Whatever carbs it is that I'm eating when I'm off keto. He's wanting cuddles now. Whatever carbs it is that I'm eating when I'm off keto seems to be causing an inflammatory response in my body, which is what's giving me the sore throat. However, I was getting more tired and lethargic. I was feeling sick. I just wasn't feeling good over the weekend at all. And I thought it's maybe just my body still adjusting to it. I'll just go with it. But then by Monday, I was so ill. I'm not kidding. I was unbelievably ill. I was rolling about in agony with the pain in my side, excuse me, and it was the same pain that I got originally when I first fell ill and ended up in the hospital and ended up in the chair and all the rest of it. You know that story, it's a whole different ball game. Anyway, it got so bad that I was very nearly considering phoning NHS 24 or actually going up to the hospital. And it takes a lot for me to consider that because of everything that did happen before. I'm not a huge fan of the hospitals, doctors, health service in general because I've been burned once before. So the fact that I was even considering that told me I had to make a change again. And I was giving myself another hour, and if it hadn't calmed down enough by then, I was going to go. But thankfully the pain eased enough for me to get some sleep, and by the time I woke up a couple of hours later, the pain was still there but not nearly as bad. And then by the morning it was still sore when I moved about, but it wasn't sore when I was lying still anymore. And I thought, good, right, I'm out of the woods in terms of going to the hospital, but I need to change my diet again. I need to go back to keto because if this is what carbs is doing to me, I don't want them. So that morning I got up, I packaged up all of the protein bars that I had, all of the carby snacks that I had got, like 100 calorie snacks, and gave them all to my mum because my mum's still doing that diet and she's loving it and she's doing good on it. And I was keto then from that day. So since Tuesday of this week, I have been keto. I have still got the pain, but nowhere near as bad. It's only occasionally now. I'm starting to get my energy back. I'm not feeling sick anymore. I'm just generally feeling so much better. So I have decided that keto is definitely the way for me to go. Whether it's for weight loss or not, my body likes the keto way of eating. It just runs better that way. It's not got the inflammation that's causing me to be ill. And so I am sticking to keto. I know I've been chopping and changing, but I am sticking to keto this time. And if I ever say, that's it, I'm coming off keto, shout at me. Please shout at me and remind me how I felt this time. And that the grass isn't greener on the carbier side, not for me anyway. What I am going to say to that though is, because I've come to the conclusion that I'm not too worried about the weight loss side of things, I am still going to weigh myself every week just to put my own mind at rest and to keep track of where I'm going. However, the reason that I stopped keto and started eating carbs again in the first place was so that I could be more normal in social situations with my family and things like that. So what I've decided is I'm not going to put pressure on myself. I'm going to eat keto as my way of life. I know that's a big cliche in the dieting world. It's not a diet, it's a lifestyle. But for me, this week has made me realise that that is true. I'm going to eat keto 90% of the time. However, if there is a barbecue, or the family's having a takeaway, or we're going out for the day, or we're going on holiday, I am going to eat what I want. Because I'm not fussed about the weight loss side, I'm going to eat what I want and then get back on keto once that's over. And that hopefully is going to work for me. So just to give you an example of that, tomorrow me and Granny Annie and Brooke and Abby are going into Glasgow city centre for the first time since the whole COVID thing, because I need to go to Primark to get clothes for us for our holidays, which are coming up in a couple of weeks. So the only Primark that's open close to me is Glasgow city centre. The one I normally go to in Clydebank is still closed at the moment. It's going to be a nightmare because it's going to be queued for miles. However, I can sit down in the queue. I don't care. It's going to be my mum and the girls that have to stand. Yeah, and also we're going to have to wear masks because as of today, the 10th of July, everyone in Scotland has to wear a mask if they're in a shop, which to me is a bit like closing the stable door once the horse is bolted, but hey ho, we'll just need to follow the rules and do what we're going to do. So it's going to be a day out. I know that we need to go to Primark. I don't know where else we're going to be going. I don't know what's going to be happening food-wise. And then at night, we're having a big movie night. Jack has found a projector that we got ages and ages ago that's been basically stored away, and he came across it and he has ordered a massive white sheet to put on the wall in the living room, and the Scream DVD, because Brooke is obsessed with horror films just now and she's never seen Scream. Yeah, I know she's only 11, I know it's illegal. Shh, don't tell anyone, but she just loves horror films. She's been having a horror fest in the cabin with my mum and dad every day or night for the last fortnight, I think. So yeah, that is the plan. And my mum and dad are coming in for it as well, and they are planning to have a takeaway, I believe. Now, the reason I'm telling you this is because that's the kind of occasion that I would say, okay, great, it's a family day out, it's a family night in, I'm going to have what everybody else is having. But I don't know whether I will tomorrow or not, and that is purely because I'm still not feeling great, and how bad I was feeling on Monday night is still really fresh in my mind, and it's really putting me off wanting to eat carbs. So whether I do or not, I don't know. I am going to vlog tomorrow because it is going to be a big day and night, and I've not managed to do a proper day in the life vlog for ages. So I'm going to vlog it, so you will find out what I decide to do in that vlog, and I will also mention it in next week's weigh-in update as well. But also my holidays, as I mentioned, are coming up in a couple of weeks, which we're really excited about because we're now adding Blackpool into the mix. We don't know if we're going to get to Flamingoland or not. It is open, but we're meant to be staying in the actual camp bit of the park, and we don't know whether our booking's going to stand or not because they're having to limit the numbers. They've not got back to us yet, and to be honest, if there's no entertainment, no swimming pool, the restaurants are shut, things like that. There's no point. I think we would probably just reschedule our booking until next year. So we are going to Blackpool, but only to do the Pleasure Beach for one day, because last year we were really disappointed in Blackpool. But anyway, I'll tell you more about that nearer the time. I will be vlogging the whole holiday thing anyway. I'm waffling today. Can you tell I've not lifted the camera for a few days? Right, so from last Thursday until Monday night, I was eating the carbs. From Tuesday, I've been keto. I have basically gone back to eating how I did before. I've had 2 coffees through the day and then a meal at night. Now, meal-wise, it's actually not been too bad, because on Tuesday I was going to be having the Welsh cheddar and bacon sausages anyway, which I can have on keto. I just didn't get to have the mash and beans with them that I wanted to, but that was fine, that was okay. I just had them with some mushrooms covered in mozzarella, melted mozzarella cheese, so that was great. And then on Wednesday, what did I have? I had half of a, you know, the Mattison's pork sausages that you get? I had a garlic one of them, so I had half of that chopped up and fried in the air fryer with the rest of the mushrooms with the cheese. And then last night I had the other half of the air fried pork sausage, but I had it as part of an omelette with mozzarella on it, and it was really good. And the other thing that I made yesterday was the Slimming World, would you believe? The Slimming World roulade slash Swiss roll that both the lovely Rachel from Hay Bales and the equally lovely Tracy from the Mad Scots Lass have done on their channel recently. When I watched them doing it, I thought, oh, that's actually quite keto friendly. So the sponge was quark, which has got carbs in it, so it was quark, eggs and sweetener and vanilla. So the sponge ended up being 3 grams of carbs per serving. I split it into 3 servings and it was 3 big size servings. I'll put photos in while I'm talking. So the actual sponge bit was 3 grams of carbs for the serving. And I had been going to do buttercream, but I didn't have enough butter. So I ended up making a cream cheese frosting to put inside it. And also I added 30 grams of the no added sugar strawberry jam from Skinny Food Co. So that made the filling quite carby because it was cream cheese and not butter, and because of the jam. It ended up being 6 grams of carbs for the filling. So for a third of the cake that I had yesterday, it was 9 grams of carbs, which was quite carby, but it was okay because I was still well below my 20 grams. And that means that I've got 2 more portions left. So I'm going to have a portion today and probably a portion tomorrow as well, depending how tomorrow goes. And I have to say, it was really, really tasty. I am going to make it again and try to reduce the carbs. I might try to get a quark that's lower in carbs. I did use the Lindal's vanilla quark rather than just the plain quark. I'm not sure what the difference is in carbs, but that's what I had in the fridge. So I'll have a look the next time I'm doing it and try and get the lowest carb quark for the sponge, and then I'll do buttercream for the filling. And I'm not sure whether I'll add jam. I might just add some of the Skinny Food Co syrup to the buttercream. We shall see. But it was really good anyway. It was a nice change to have something sweet, but know that I was still keto and I wasn't going to end up ill. Right, enough waffle. How did it go on the scales, Fiona? That's what we all want to know. Well, I honestly wasn't sure what to expect because the majority of the week had been carby. It was only Tuesday and Wednesday before my Thursday weigh-in that had been keto. But as I got on the scales, I honestly wasn't bothering because I was starting to feel better, and that's what I was doing it for. But when I stepped on the scales, I was a happy bunny again, because this week I lost a full 2 pounds. So that was last week's gain plus a little bit extra off. And I'm really, really pleased with this. Again, I know it'll be water weight going from eating carbs to not, but I was really, really pleased with that. Along with the fact that I'm feeling better, I am happy. So figures wise, let me see if I can get this right. I'll put them on the screen anyway, but I think I was 141.6 or 0.4 the week before, and this week I was 139.6 or 0.4. It'll be up there anyway, but I did lose exactly 2 pounds this week, and I'm really, really pleased with that. And yeah, that's everything, I think. As I said, going forward this week, I'm out tomorrow, but I'm not sure whether or not I'm going to indulge in takeaways and eating out and things. If we do eat out tomorrow, it'll probably be a McDonald's or Burger King, so I can have the burger without the bun, it's fine. I'm just going to play it by ear and see how it goes. And coming up next week, I'm just going to eat my old faithfuls that I know I like, and I'm not going to put too much pressure on myself. I know a lot of people have been asking for what I eat in a day, or I was going to do the what I eat in a week, and I will do that, but I'm going to wait until after my holiday, I think, because I'm going to be quite busy up until then, and I'm not wanting to put pressure on myself. I just want to go with the flow just now. So I won't be filming days in lives or anything, not days in life, what I eat in a day or anything like that. If I do a day in the life vlog, I will show what I'm eating then, but in general, I'm going to wait until I come back. I hope that's okay with everybody. And similarly, recipes, if you want me to show you how I made the Slimming World roulade Swiss roll keto friendly, I will make a video of that for you, but I'll probably wait anyway until I've made it a bit less carby, but just let me know if you want me to do that. So once again, thank you for bearing with me. Sorry for messing you about again, but I promise keto is the way that I'm going from now on, because this is how I feel better in myself. And as I said, if I do say, oh, I'm not going keto anymore, shout at me. Obviously not when I'm on holiday and things like that, because I'm agreeing to myself that I just don't want, it's too much pressure on everybody else when we're on holiday, especially being in the caravan, to try and eat keto. So I will be just eating the same as everybody else, and I'm hoping I don't get too ill, because it will be about sort of 10 days, something like that. So I'm hoping that I don't get too ill with it, and if I do, then I will just have to cut back on the carbs again. But that's a bridge that I'll cross when I come to it. Right, so I'm going to head off just now. Like I say, I am going to vlog tomorrow. Today when I'm out getting the dog food with Jack, I'm going to get this video uploaded and my grocery haul from Sunday. I did film it, I've just not been out to upload it because I've not been well. So I will get both of these videos uploaded and put onto my channel for you over this weekend, probably tomorrow. I might just do both of them tomorrow and then that's them up, and I'll film another grocery haul again on Sunday. And yeah, that's that. So thank you so much for joining me, everybody, and for bearing with me through all this. Please feel free to comment down below, but be kind to me, and I will see you in our next one. Thanks everybody, bye.